What is going on? If you are tuning in, I appreciate it. If you are about to tune in, then I'm about to appreciate you. The fucking market is green, 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 and we will take it. Holy shit. If you sold in May and went away like a bozo, I feel for you because it is about to get live. Give a like, give a share, do whatever people ask for other people to do when you're watching or listening to a space. Also, if you want to come up, let me know. Leave word in the comments. I'm not going to read them. I may post a link. That means you can come up, shoot the shit. You do not need to turn on your video. You don't need to do anything. We're about to break the house down. We're going to burn it down. Yo, that groove change right there is fucking fire. Pick it back up. All right, listen, we're about to get going. I'm going to play one more song. This is a Fukuhedron song. And so this is, we're going to get into this shit in a minute. The Fukuhedrons are a collection on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's fucking pumping. Okay. Was Bitcoin ordinals, was it just fucking horseshit? Why do I say it's horseshit? Because people that hold Bitcoin are not going to, it's like you hold gold and you decide you want to mix it with something. I don't know what the analogy is. What I do know is they hoped that Bitcoin and NFTs, ordinals, runes, all that shit would take off. Why? Because there is so much money invested in Bitcoin. The thought was that the huge money in that ecosystem would bleed over into digital art, which was fine on, I'm going to say Solana, not even fucking Ethereum with gas fees that are, I mean, we're going to get into all the shit, but it gets down to some of the first art created on these chains. Will it have relevance moving forward? Does it matter? Leave word in the comments. I am not going to read them.
Just me in the side bus, when it fucking night. Just me in the side bus, when and it's fucking mine. Rocket to the spin in the side, side was five, side was in the side. Rocket to the spin in the side, side was five, side was in the side.
Yo, check it, I'm catching that wave. Fuku's the name, got the game on the stage. Fuku's on shine, watch me light up the night. Digital dreams, yeah, we taking flight. This ain't just art, it's a hustle, you see. Bitcoin's a brush, paying wealth digitally. Yeah, I'm stacking these tokens, making my move. In this new world, baby, watch how I groove. We in the cloud, it's a virtual space. Fuku's the future, setting the pace. With every drop, we rewrite the rules. The step back, we are kings, no fools.
Rocket to the spin in the side, bus, in the side, bus, and it's right, bus. Like nobody else other than us in the side bus, in this ride bus.
Yo, check it, I'm stacking these blocks. Fuku's and them is taking over the clock. Super Hedron shining, they got that glow. In the crypto hustle, we steal the show. Digital walking, we making it real. Every NFT drop, it's a part of the deal. Bitcoin thing, watch it rise like the sun. Fuku's a movement, and we ain't done. Virtual carriers, we strong, hostile. Super Hedron's on display, come and stay for a while. This ain't just money, it's a cultural shift. Get on our level, come and take a lift.
All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going to get into it. How the fuck is everybody doing? Holy shit. All right, before we get into all the fucking other shit, just my life has been in a topsy-turvy. It has not stopped. Like, so topsy-turvy that at like, I don't know, 6 p.m. or some shit, I needed to go take a nap. Like stressful fucking meetings, like all this shit happened and I still don't know what the outcome is. That's what's crazy. But I think there's some neat magical things happening. And sometimes the whole way to make that happen is to be consistent and show up and put in effort. And sometimes that effort goes unnoticed. You think, right? Like in life, it would be awesome to get a attaboy, a little pat on the butt, if you like that, whatever. What I'm saying is sometimes in life, you just have to be consistent and do things and move forward. And it yields results, sometimes not in the way that you perceive they might come. You just have to be patient. Very much like in crypto where you have to hodl and be patient. I am looking at the Bitcoin price and every single person in the world that I have onboarded to Bitcoin at this moment in time is in the green. Every single person for the last 6 years that I have talked into purchasing Bitcoin. The most recent full Bitcoin purchase was at $108,000 a couple of months ago. Top blasted that shit. And that individual has been unhappy. And so, like, do I start texting back like, are you happy now? Are you happy now? They plan to hold it no matter what, but they fucking enjoyed taking that opportunity to just rake me under the coals. I have gone to so many family dinners and sat at the kids' table because of my horrendous financial advice. Every motherfucker now is ringing my bell saying, where's it going? What's going to happen? How do we get into it? The streams for a bit were called Buy Everything. Sell in May and go away. I told you you're an idiot. Not this time. The script is about to flip. Is the Omega candle coming? That would be sure fucking magical. Holy shit. You know what? I'm going to have IPA is the only way to end your day. Let me know what your favorite IPA. Okay, so listen, do you guys drink beer? Do you drink wine? Are you idiots that drink wine? I prefer beer. IPA specifically. It's the college of beers. It's the university of beers. It takes a while to get to the IPA level. If you are drinking IPAs, let me know what your flavor is. In the comments, I am not Gonna read them. Welcome to another edition of Rare Bits, where we try and bring some chaos to clarity, some noise to narrative. It is Monday, June 9th on the West Coast. It is 11:10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Do you know where your loved ones are? Have you hugged them? Have you called them and said hello? Think about it. Are you done thinking about it? All right, let's get into shit. Trump and Elon, this shit is not going away. It is interesting because there is some insider hubbub saying that the clash got superheated in private quarters. Trump mocking Elon. I don't think you want to mock a meme lord like Elon Musk. That seems like a poke of the bear that was not well thought out by possibly one of the interns. Or was it just this heated moment where push comes to shove and it's time to battle and I'm going to fucking throw the kitchen sink at you? What do we think about the black eye that Elon has? There's rumor about that shit. Who it involves, all this stuff. So what's interesting about this is Trump has taken a super pro crypto narrative. I don't know what the Democrats' position is on crypto moving forward into, let's say, the next election cycle. Does Elon create not the independent party, right? That never worked. It never gained traction in the States. It's been like this redheaded stepchild. Does Elon have the power to fucking come up with, I don't know what the fuck he's going to call it, but some new party? I don't know. The most interesting, simple outcome is often the outcome. You just have to future forward a little bit. This Trump fucking Elon match is not over. It's fucking awesome. Man. Holy thought. Like, I'm just fast forwarding like years ahead, right? And you think about the Trump family and how many kids are involved carrying that Trump legacy. And then you think of X, little X, right? Elon's probably got, actually, I think he's got several kids from several nice individuals. But this shit is heating up. I don't know if it's a good thing for the space, a bad thing for the space. We might get into the poly market shit. There are bets going on poly market about the possible direction of this stuff. And it's interesting to see what people are betting on and what they think the narrative may be, because this, like, whether you think about it or, to me, interesting shit always happens in the government during the summertime because people are not focused. They're doing their own shit, right? It's your moment to enjoy the sun, whatever that means to you. This is going to be the wildest summer we've seen in a long fucking time. It's just starting. Bitcoin's at $109,400. It's at $109,000. It's fucking June 9th. Sell in May and go away. Wow. Would you be you would be on vacation watching the Bitcoin price go up and up and up and be like, I hate my life. FML. Yep. What are you going to do? We have Ethereum investment products. They saw their strongest inflows in months. What is happening? Vitalik has made some absolutely insane comments on the timeline recently. Ethereum, it's pumping. We're going to look at the prices like it's green. Do you guys like Ethereum? Will Solana eat Ethereum? Who's going to eat Solana? Who's going to be the number two? I don't know. It's a narrative that is emerging with Ethereum where analysts, aka people that work for the Ethereum Foundation, right? They are sending out a narrative saying that Ethereum is a productive asset. Unlike Bitcoin, which is just fucking digital gold, Ethereum is a productive asset. That requires a shit ton of gas fees if you are buying this horse shit. Man. Let me know where you stand on this. Leave word in the comments. I don't read any of them. Not any of them. This is also awesome. Before we get into the next story, I have been in California doing a bunch of arts shit for close to 40 days. I'm in the Airstream again. There is change coming tomorrow. What does that mean? I may get to go back to Austin for a couple days for a little rest. But the good news is I think I'm coming back to California. And if that happens, shit is about to fucking blow up in a way that I did not anticipate. Bigger than I had expected. So my fingers are crossed that the next couple of days will be magical. When I can say more, I will. And that's it. That's all we can do. The Cosmos ecosystem shows signs of recovery after a week after week of down decline. Devs are popping out a roadmap. They're trying to fucking switch everything to modular change and better interoperability. So the TLDR, the only thing that matters is interoperability. That means easy flow for new users. We are going to get to the point. For years, I probably started about 4 years ago calling this thing OmniChain, where it will be this main payment rail that runs through everything. And if you want to connect to it, whatever protocol you are, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Arbitrum, whatever. If you decide to connect to this rail, swaps will be instantaneous and easy. Gas, just no swap fees. That interoperability, it is mandatory. Think of, nerds, think of this. Think of the USB cable, how it's gone from all these iterations. iPhone used to have a lightning cable for their phone. Now it's a USB-C cable. This USB-C cable became the norm. We went through all this noise. How many fucking dongles did you have by Apple if you're a creative working with some of their products? This idea that we're going to dongle you to death and give you the option to hook anything up to your phone, laptop, camera, whatever the fuck it is, they fed you a bill of rights that was false. Very much like Ethereum. But this wave forward, right? This interoperability, it is the only way that onboarding truly happens. And it's going to happen in the background. And when it happens, people will move into this space, and all of a sudden this space will just be everywhere, very much like the internet was. I used to sell and design internet services back in the year 2000, 2001. And I would talk to companies and say, I would love to put you on my server. And we called it the World Wide Web back then. I would love to get you on the World Wide Web. And businesses and owners and really smart individuals back then that were leading law firms, real estate brokerage offices, banks, all kinds of shit. They would look at me and say, get out of my office. We are fine being in the yellow pages. That was a paper book that hung in a payphone, right? So the change is coming, this interoperability. It will just become seamless. I don't know how long it's going to take. While the internet took 20, 25 years to truly become this flow underneath us all, crypto will take 3 years max. Why? Because we have AI. The ability for AI to continuously solve this problem and interweave it into everything will happen so much faster than we ever thought possible. Why? Because AI doesn't want fiat. What's fucking fiat currency? AI wants digital everything. That's the narrative, whether it's programmed in or that's the narrative. It will all be digital. We need a way for everything to be swapped instantly. And I think it's going to be called OmniChain because I made that up about 4 years ago. And when I used to talk about this, people said, "You're an idiot. That's the most ridiculous thing." That was also the time when Ethereum maxis were calling people that traded on Solana, "You're a group of poors and you're on the poor chain." They were on the GigaChad chain where transaction fees were instantaneous and no fee incurred. While we were on Ethereum and we had provenance, and that included $1,000 gas fees, and that was smart. Well done, Ethereum. Well done. No more. Okay, what's up next? ICP jumped back into headlines. That is the Internet Computer. There is something called the Caffeine AI platform. It is a decentralized cloud that offers services that promise real-time memory. Okay, so this is what, this is where we're at. And I saw, we might get into the NFT shit in a minute because there's one that is on, I'm a fucking NFT nerd, but there's a new one, and maybe it's like a Tamagotchi or whatever, but think if you buy this NFT and it's an AI life form. And when you purchase it, it gets to know you and it's your secretary, your part. I don't know what, get as kinky as you want to get or as business minded as you would like to stay, which I would appreciate at this moment. But the example is ChatGPT. As you work with ChatGPT and it gets to know your flow, it has recall now. The idea is for this AI, ChatGPT, to become your fucking friend. Why? Because it's going to keep you on their subscription list. When technology started to get into the realm of things and shit started to be fucking super cool, whether it's a database deck or an API, whatever the fuck it is, right? Things would come along and people would get stuck in their lane, very much like people got stuck trading on Ethereum. You get stuck in your lane and you become a maxi and decide this is what I want to do. I believe in it. And you have blinders on. For technology, for you to look at the next best thing, you might occasionally download a new software app or whatever, check it out. But if it's not 10 times better than your previous model that you're working in, let's say you work in Photoshop extensively, and there's all these other things that have come out. I do a bunch of 3D stuff and render and CAD and stuff like that. But to shift out of Photoshop, the product needs to be 10 times better. When we start talking about AI, it's going to need to be 100 times better. Because this AI, like whether you know it or not, it's trying to develop, in my opinion, a relationship with you because that is the subscription model. And it's going to work. But this new NFT collection, right? What if you could get a baby AI that was tapped into all of your shit and it began to grow with you, solely focused on you? Shit's getting crazy. We're here for it. Caffeine AI platform is going to be something that we are going to be talking about probably. So put that on your hit list of shit you want to check out. Let's just get into the news. Let's check on XRP. NASDAQ was rumored to be considering adding it to their institutional crypto index, while Ripple Labs couldn't comment. Okay, this XRP shit. This has been this who you know game. It's up 300+% this year. This started early on, and man, these are not the crypto degens. This is a different group of people that have different information. And I have some friends that are saying, even though XRP is up 300+%, it's about to fucking Jimmy Jam up even more. Is Bitcoin going to create this omega candle and bring everything? We're here for it. We're here for it. I like what's happening. It's June 9th, and Bitcoin is, everything is green. It's the start. It's almost the start of summer. I don't know what signals people need to understand that the script is actually flipping. This is the summer. This is the summer. We have Solana devs. They're quietly shipping a major update. I've been waiting for this forever. You know what it's called? It is called fucking Fire Dancer. It is the high performance validator client update. It is being built in partnership with Jump Crypto. It is going to 10x Solana's throughput. Still free. Still absolutely transaction free. Basically, Ethereum, what you got? What you got, Ethereum? Layer 0, it was hit with its first fresh scrutiny after a pseudonymous developer exposed possible centralization risks tied to its Omnichain. Ooh, did somebody say Omnichain messaging protocol? Who stole my thunder? The Layer 0 team responded with technical clarifications, but the episode has reignited debate over this. I need to get into this. Who the fuck is using my Omnichain? We are going to double click on this probably fucking every single day because I'm on wax. That shit's mine. Bitcoin open interest in option futures and market is climbing steadily. What's coming up? We have the United States CPI print, and traders are starting to price this shit in. If we get nerdy ass traders starting to price this shit in, and if you don't think the spring is coiled, what does a coiled spring look like? All these technology booms, this next 3 years, it's going to happen so fast. Crypto, metaverse, AI, Omnichain. I'm going to get to these guys. I am pissed, but it's fucking all coming. And I think it's fucking awesome. It really is. Like, I'm old as fuck, right? Like, I've seen all this shit happen in my existence. This crypto AI narrative is the coolest fucking thing. It is transformative. Nothing will be the same after this shit fucking gets lit on fire. And AI is going to light it on fire. You guys are here for it. Everybody you know, tell them to get into crypto. They will thank you the rest of their life. I've been saying that for months. In the Buy Everything podcast, right? Where I was just like, I don't care what the price is, buy everything. If Omni can't, man, imagine if Bitcoin doubles in price overnight and never comes back again. That's what people that are super smart are saying. I just listen to them and I look at all these stupid signals, which we are going to get into right now, because nobody knows. That's the good part, right? Like, I mean, fortune tellers know. Aside from fortune tellers, nobody knows. I don't care if you're an economist, whatever. I don't care how much fucking business school you've had. You have no idea what the fuck's going to happen. Fortune tellers, they know. Probably the only ones. Agree with me. All right, let's get into some numbers for the nerds. Look at that shit. What is Ethereum doing? I don't care because Solana's doing it as well. Let's see what is happening. This is a fucking spectacular heat map. I mean, I've been doing crypto news almost every day for over 4 years. Saying that Bitcoin is priced at $109,000 is a signal that so much magic is about to be unleashed. We have the Crypto Greed and Fear Index today coming in at a 71. We are in the greed zone where we have been, it seems like, for a minute. This is the zone where we want to stay. Extreme greed means a correction is coming. But the Omega candle will beg to differ. They say we are going to move into extreme greed. Bitcoin is going to skyrocket. And for the first time, it will not dip ever again near where we're at now. The dip may be at $180,000 from $200,000, and then it continues to go up again. That's what these idiots are calling the Omega candle. And I want something like that to happen. And I think it can. Bitcoin dominance, it's down. ETH dominance is in the green, still at a 5-year low. Ethereum, fix your shit. Give me a message, Vitalik. What are you doing? Bitcoin's up 57% this year, while ETH is still down 27.9%, even after pumping 7% on the day. Bitcoin's coming in at 109. Ethereum, 2671. XRP, $2. Fucking A. It is up 359% year to date. I own none of that. And we're going to get into the meme coins we talked about yesterday, which I didn't buy as well, but I love not buying stuff that is mooning. Solana is coming in at 158. That's where we're going to cut this up because we love to see it. Top meme coins by market cap. We have Gas, Pepe, Doge, Shiba Inu, and SPX. Is Murad going to come back to life? This MFer has been touting SPX, and it got to the point where people are like, you are a clown show. If it absolutely rips, he will become Moses again. He already has the haircut. The other thing I want to talk about is looking at the official Trump coin, which is trading at $10.65. I've said my buy zone this time around for the Trump coin is between $10 and $11. A lot has unfolded about the origins, the outlook, the future forward momentum, the roadmap about this token. I do not know how much of that has been confirmed, rebutted, squashed as rumor. It's a different world. I do not know. Let me know if you guys are buying Trump in this zone. I don't think we see it go much lower. I do think he pushes the button on it again and gives it some flush of utility. Maybe it's a Mar-a-Lago golf trip. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? But it is a button that he can push and his kids can push future forward. The Melania shit I'm done with. Like, I think that was an absolute fiasco scam. She got sucked. They were taken advantage of. The Trump coin is different. It is the first presidential coin ever released in history. There's a lot of room for this to get utility moving forward. Who the fuck knows? I don't. But what is interesting about it is if the button gets pushed, it'll run. If it runs, sell it immediately and wait for it to come back down. DEX volume coming in at 13.69 billion. What? 69? What? 69 billion. We're down 2% on the weekly change. It's still pretty good. We will take it. We have PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and Radium leading the top three. These, let's just take we'll take these top three. PancakeSwap, Uniswap, Radium. I have not visited either of these in the last 8 months. They used to be, all of them used to be daily, sometimes quadruple visits every single day. Why do I not visit them anymore? Are they still in business? Yeah, they're fucking pumping. Their DEX volume is coming in at $121.71 billion. Why aren't we visiting them? Because they're in the back end. They're part of this fucking omni-chain idea. You don't have to visit the sites anymore. The wallets do it for you. It's all starting to be incorporated into the engine, very much like your cars are going to no longer have steering wheels. Shit will just be incorporated. These changes are big. You think fucking cars coming out of the Tesla fucking plant in Austin, the robo-taxis with no steering wheels is not a big thing? Even the Waymos have a steering wheel with some kind of crazy window around it so you can't, like, it's untouchable, but there's still a steering wheel. These are cars with none of that. That change is big. We're seeing it in crypto, the UX, the UI. It's getting bigger, better, faster. It's getting put on the omni chain. It's on the back end. We won't even notice it. They are still here. I don't know. The shit's interesting. It's going to go so fast. I remember a couple years ago trading Bitcoin ordinals on spreadsheets in Discord. Now I mean, I didn't mean to bring up Bitcoin ordinals, but that was when it started, right? A couple years ago. And there was no infrastructure. So we did it on spreadsheets and it instantly took off, right? And it got incorporated and now it's traded on all the marketplaces. You can buy Bitcoin ordinals on your phone. That ease of operation, that UX, UI simplification, it's coming to everything. Everything. And when it does, crypto's going to be the only answer and it's going to be everywhere. I hope it absolutely crushes fiat currency across the board because it's unfair. It's government rigged bullshit and they take advantage of you. Crypto is the only true answer. And if it sets the level set for everybody to have an idea of what fairness looks like, that would be awesome. And AI is going to propel that message forward quicker than you think. I fucking believe that. Bump.fun, they have released 27,305 tokens just today. And I would say I have to update my statistics because Pump.fun was the leader. It was the only one available. Now there's fierce competition. I would say this is a quarter of the tokens that have been launched in the last 24 hours. What am I saying? Yes. Probably over 100,000 brand new cryptocurrencies were launched today in an effort to, I don't know, do it, whatever. Is there magic interlaced in those 100,000 tokens? Absolutely. Is there a bunch of horse shit? Yeah. About 99,999 of them. But there's always magic. That's why this space is fucking fantastical. And if new companies are going to come to the idea of raising capital by tokenizing what they're doing, it's worth watching. Like you could hit the jackpot, which is why all these gambling MFers are here. It is a fun space to watch what happens. It is officially Bitcoin season. We're coming in at an 18, not even close to altcoin season. Bitcoin's pumping. Everybody had this idea that altcoins and meme coins were going to be this levered play, very much like NFTs were this levered play on Ethereum. Very much like the ordinals and runes were supposed to be a levered play on Bitcoin. How many of us were wrong about these levered plays? Leveraged plays really don't work out well, do they? If you think about it. If all of the levered plays that you have made, let's say for the last 4 years, if you had done none of them and picked Bitcoin and just purchased Bitcoin every time, would you be better off? It's depressing, isn't it? Fucking depressing. But if Bitcoin rips, do we see it actually take other shit with it? I don't know, man. That was my bet for a long time. Bitcoin's going to go to $200,000 and Mogcoin's going to fucking just magically rise with it. What can you do? You can sip IPA. That's what you can do. Macro, we have the DXY. It's down. Gold is. Who the fuck's buying gold? What century are you from if you are buying gold? Okay, let's get into it. So, Dex Greener, we were looking at some brand new pairs yesterday, and the token that I chose to talk about was Rentcoin. The moniker, it only goes up. I love it. I thought it was memeable, fucking awesome. When I looked at it, I watched it for 6 hours. In those 6 hours, it went up 136%. I did not buy it. So I thought it would be nice to check in and see where we are 24 hours later. It's only up 99% in the last 24 hours. All right. So I first watched this coin. You know what? That's how we do it here. This rent on Solana, I still like it. In the last hour, it's down 20%. In the last 24 hours, it's up 92%. I don't own any of it. I just like the slogan. I think it's hilarious. We're going to check in on it tomorrow and see how stupid I am. I don't know. It's at 1.3 million market cap right now. And I think the first time I saw it, it was maybe at like 130. I don't even say what it was at. And I just glanced by it. And I came back to it. I was like, that's kind of funny. So let's see where it's at tomorrow night. We're coming in at 1.2 million market cap at the moment. It is rent on Solana. I hold none of it. Next up, Final Bosu. I got my custom PFP from the team in, and I love these guys. I'm an old MF, so it is my profile picture on X now, the Bosu Legacy, which is their Ethereum collection. It's 555 pieces. It is the precursor to the final Bosu collection that just came out on Abstract, which is 8,888 pieces. They are going to interweave these legacy passes into this ecosystem in some interesting way. So you check out my X profile. You can see what they did. It's fucking awesome. And what's hilarious is like with all these collections, right? When the derivations, the derivatives, all the funny shit starts to pop up. There is a funny collection on X. They are called Fat Bosu. And they sent me my PFP just now of my Fat Bosu. And I thought it was hilarious. So I thought I would share it. You can go to my profile. It's posted up there. These guys are just, I don't know. It's nice to laugh, right? What are you going to do? All right, so that's what we got tonight. Listen, tomorrow, tomorrow the gears shift. I will be broadcasting from another location tomorrow, and I don't know what that means. It means that I'm not going to get a good night's sleep because so much is up in the air, so much is riding on this. I have so much invested on the line, and yeah, it's like watching one of the biggest trades you've ever made, and you can't hit buy or sell. You just have to watch for the next. It might be 24 hours, 12 hours. I don't know, but I am not even patiently waiting. Impatiently fucking. I'm so impatient. I had to take a nap in the middle of the day. Like I don't nap. Like I sleep 4 hours a day. Like I do shit all the time. But like sometimes shit's just like so like, what the fuck happened? Oh, and here, the example is this particular morning. I went to bed and everything was awesome. I wake up in the morning and my phone's going crazy. The first text message I get is like the barn's on fire. So I'm like, all right, this is awesome. Next, I open X and Elon and Trump are at war. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Like it's that fucking crazy. But I have been waiting for my legacy final Bosu PFP to come in for a long time. And it came in today. And today, also, this news came in about how things may shape up moving forward. I just don't have a definitive answer on how it is going to shape up, but things became really interesting today and very exciting. And I can't comment because I don't know what that excitement entails or what it means because I haven't been given a contract. But yeah, the next 24 hours are going to be interesting and awesome, or interesting, and I will be living under a bridge next time you tune in to the podcast. I put it all on the line. That's how we do it. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's just check on. Look at that. Like, how does this happen? Look at that. And we talked about this yesterday. Dogecoin. Do not fucking sleep on Dogecoin. More people hold that asset that have been hodling it for longer than you probably have been in crypto. If Bitcoin goes parabolic, they are not going to buy Bitcoin. They are all going to buy more Dogecoin. And they're probably doing it right now. It is one to watch. I love Solana. I love Bitcoin. I love Hype. Hyperliquid is, I think Hyperliquid moves into the big boys club in the next month. And we'll see. I don't know. Let me know how you guys are doing. What is happening? What are you guys doing this summer? Anything interesting? Anything you can tell me? Leave word in the comments. I say I don't read them because I don't. Stay out of trouble. That's how we do it. All right, you guys are fucking awesome. Boom.